Amelia Perez has 13 nominations. Challengers has none. This past Thursday, the Academy announced the nominations for the Oscars, and it's been eventful, to say the least. Luca and Denis both got snubbed. Challengers has been completely erased, and Dune Part 2 has been slightly erased. Now, I definitely will say the recency bias is kicking our ass a little bit. I don't know why it is that the movies that come out towards the end of the year just completely overshadow the movies that come out in the beginning of the year. The thing about Amelia Perez, I'm not even sure when it came out. It was literally, for me, it wasn't a thing, and then it was the biggest thing. Now, I have mixed emotions about Amelia Perez. I don't think it was necessarily a bad film. I don't think it was bad. I think there were a lot of good elements, so to speak, and when they all came together, they just didn't make any sense. I think that movie wanted to be three different movies all jam-packed into one movie, making it a complete mess of a movie, which is why it is so confusing that it has 13 nominations. Now, I am going to go over a lot of the categories, but I'm going to be honest, I'm only going over the categories I care about. For Best Actress in a Leading Role, I definitely think it's going to go to Demi. I think Demi had the best performance out of everyone. If it doesn't go to Demi, I'm thinking Cynthia. Now, I will say this, I believe is the first time a trans woman has been nominated for Best Actress in a Leading Role, and that's for Carla, who was in Amelia Perez. I do think that Carla's performance was great. I don't know if they're going to give it to Carla. I honestly think Demi has it in the bag. Best actor in a leading role, I will say I'm leaning towards Coleman Domingo, and I haven't even seen Sing Sing, but he was nominated last year, and I just feel like he deserves it. I'm gonna watch Sing Sing. Everybody, relax. I'm gonna watch it, but I mean, I feel like Coleman Domingo's due. If Coleman doesn't get it, I would normally say Timothée Chalamet, but I think Timothée Chalamet's performance in Dune Part 2 is what he should be nominated for, not Timothée Chalamet's performance as Bob Dylan. Best Actor in Supporting Role, I don't even really, I think it's going to be Kieran. I haven't seen that movie, A Real Pain. I think it's going to be Kieran because he won at the Golden Globes, and a lot of the times whoever wins here most likely wins there. They all kind of tend to vote the same. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Kieran. A lot of the movies this year I didn't watch. I feel like last year the movies were just hit after hit after hit after hit. This year, a lot of these movies, I feel like I didn't really hear too much about them until I heard about them, if that makes sense. As of right now, I don't really care too much about who wins Best Actor in Supporting Role, but we'll see. Once I watch all the movies, we'll see. I also think Best Actress in a Supporting Role is going to go to Zoe, which I don't think Zoe was bad. I think we were all excited to see Zoe in a musical, which is something different for her, which is why I think she won the Golden Globe, because it was something different, something we haven't seen her in that way, especially after being in huge films like Avengers and Avatar. We haven't really seen her just be a Latina singing. So I think she has it. I don't think Ariana's going to get it for Glinda. Honestly, I would be surprised. Best Director, I personally want Coralie to take it. I feel like this is the year for the horror genre. I'm so happy to see the horror genre finally getting its due. And because they snubbed Luca and they snubbed Denis, I just feel like it should go to Coralie. Out of all of the directors, I personally watched the making of and the behind the scenes featurettes for The Substance, and I just think she really put her foot in that film, and I just feel like she should win. I feel like she should win for that. For original screenplay, which was another Challenger snub, and I actually read that screenplay, and before I seen the movie, I was in love with the screenplay. I couldn't put it down. I don't know what everybody has with the Challengers crew. I don't know what they did to everybody, but the snubs are disgusting. So because of that, yes, I am also going for The Substance. This is a The Substance fan account. The cinematography, another Challenger snub. I think it's gonna go to Dune Part 2 or Nosferatu. I think it's gonna go to Dune Part 2. I would be surprised if it went to Nosferatu, but I would not be mad because I enjoyed it. For the animated film, this was the only category that I felt was like stacked. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just assuming that the biggest movie of the year, Inside Out 2, is gonna win. I would be very surprised if it didn't. But you know, at this point, I don't know what them people at the Academy are doing. I just feel like they just throwing it to the wind. They just circling with their eyes closed at this point. For film editing, there was another Challenger snub. I don't think I've seen the films in this category, you guys. I really have only seen, like, out of all these films on this list, I've only seen like a handful. Like the big films I really did not watch last year. But I've seen some clips from Honora, and from what I've seen, I think Honora will get best film editing. I'm not sure though. I'm gonna have myself an Oscars nominee marathon, and I'm gonna watch all of these films, and I think I'll come back with a better prediction for that one. I don't really care who wins original score because challengers deserve to be in the original score conversation. And I feel like a lot of people think that like we're just saying like, oh, challengers should have, but it was a good film. Like I don't know why we're acting like this. I don't know if we don't like Luke. I don't know if we don't like Justin. I don't know if everyone is having Zendaya fatigue. I don't know. The Challengers erasure up against the Amelia Perez like praise is really just throwing me. It's throwing me. It's throwing mine. It's upsetting me and my homegirls. For Best Picture, I have only seen 4 out of the 10, so I have some real catching up to do. As far as right now, I want it to be The Substance. Would not be mad at Dune Part 2, but I feel like with the Dune Part 2 erasure that's already happening a little bit, I feel like they're gonna give Dune Part 2 dust. I feel like they're gonna give Dune Part 2 particles. I'm going to be chronicling my Best Picture nominees watch on TikTok. My TikTok is in my description, so you can follow me for that. But I really want to know what you guys think. I feel like there's a lot of back and forth about Amelia Perez. There's a lot of snubbing going on with Denis. There's a lot of snubbing going on with Luca. There's a lot of snubbing going on with challengers. I think recency bias is really just doing a number on everybody. For some reason, Wicked is nominated for original score, although it's based on a play, so that kind of just feels like if we're just giving original score to anybody, why couldn't challengers be in there? What do you guys think the issue is? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.